You know what my hair looks like? I've just remembered I don't usually stream in a day, do I? Don't usually stream in a day, so I am doing a tips video. Um, and I'm also putting in this stream because I noticed when I put this title, you get more views. So if anybody actually wants coaching, that means you want to be a good player. I'm not talking about wall jumps. I'm not talking about jumping around on zip lines and trying to get a 20 kill badge or a 40 damage. But I mean a really good player. If you actually want to be a good player, that's what you need coaching for. So a real good player is somebody who's got like who could easily get about well, how many days in a season. It all comes down to how many hours you play, obviously. But a really good player would be winning somewhere between 150 to 300 games per season. You know what I mean? That's like possibly more. If you're playing with a really good three stat, you could probably win 400. Do you know what I mean? But it all depends how many hours you play. So I want to clarify this. I only coach people that actually want to be a good player, not somebody that wants to land hot in I can't think of the building because all the names have changed on the map. We used to call it construction site. There were zip lines in the building, like me, and you're doing all these jumps and all that. And I'm not here to coach you that. I'm here to coach you if you actually want to be a really good player in the game. Do you know what I mean? Not a showboat, you know? So I want to clarify that. You know what I mean? If you want to do that, you just need tips. If you just want to land hot and do get early kills to possibly set yourself up for a 20 kill badge, you don't really need coaching for that. You need tips, okay? And tips are some fundamentals. So if you want to get a 20 kill badge, you need to land hot. That's a tip, right? And that people might go, well, it's obvious, isn't it? Well, no, it's not obvious because it takes certain things. You need to make sure you land on the hottest zone so you get the most kills on your drop. Do you know what I mean? Then you need to also know, right? This is where real coaching comes into it, but you can still give it as a tip, but you won't understand it unless you get coached into it. When you're in the drop ship, you look around and you see where the rest of the enemy that are landing to. Do you know what I mean? So you can go and get more kills after you've wiped the landing zone you're on. Do you know what I mean? You know? So just want to make that clear, right? Get people asking for coaching, but they don't really want coaching because they don't. I'm being honest, you don't really want to be a good player. You probably just want a 20 kill badge and you probably just want 4K damage. Do you know what I mean? You don't need coaching for that, right? You need fundamentals and hot drops, and that's it. And send. Do you know what I mean? And no little moments in fights you shouldn't push because you're gonna die because you ain't healed or whatever. It's not that hard if that's what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes to coaching, coaching is for like if you really want to be a really good player. Do you know what I mean? So I want to clarify that on this beginning of the stream because I know probably a few subs that want coaching. You don't realize what coaching is. Coaching is about me making you into a really good player. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying you are going to be the best player in the world, but you are going to be somebody. Let's put it this way. Let's pretend I am playing ranked, okay? And I play ranked. Somebody's going to invite me, all right? Because you're a really good player because they're going to want to play with you. That's the sort of player. Do you know what I mean? So you've communicated, you've pinged, you've covered
Press
your
X buttons
teammates,
to access the lobby.
you've played the game right, you've done height advantage when you should have, you've head glitch when you should have, you've done a wall jump when you needed to, when you didn't need to, you didn't do one, you haven't wasted your abilities. Do you know what I mean? Just to go in, you get people that they'll do a grapple to get to a supply bin, and then they'll get in trouble at the supply bin. Now they haven't got the grapple. Do you know what I mean? That stuff. Do you know what I mean? That's not a really good player. A really good player wouldn't waste their grapple. A really good player wouldn't wouldn't just not pick up grenades. Grenades are really good players use grenades, tacnades, arc stars, whatever you want to call them, thermalites. You know, so you can do everything. That's what a really good player would do, or a good player. A good player can do everything. It doesn't have to be a really good player. I think there's levels to this. You know what I mean? Um, it's like master does not make you a really good player. It just means that you can rank up in a game against a lot of randoms. You know, it's not making you a really good player. You know what I mean? I don't believe in this game you're not a really good player unless you are probably in that top. I would say probably 300 Pred, you know? So you're always challenging against top teams and you know how to explain it. You can't just run around like an edged chicken. It don't work against really top teams. And I don't believe I've not played at that level in this game on Pred because I don't rank up because I can't find no one to rank up with who wants to play the game properly to rank up to as high as possible. You know, not just to get to master and then just give up and stop playing properly. Do you know what I mean? Or realize you're not. going any further because you are not as good as maybe you thought you were, because now you're playing against a slightly more sweatier lobby, they call it. Well, to me, sweaty means you work hard. That means, you know what I mean? That means you put an effort in. That means you're a better player if you're a sweatier player. You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. Do you know what I mean? Everybody got this negative connotation towards the word sweaty. Well, that means they're good players because they know what they're doing and they're doing the right things. You know what I mean? And they get called sweaty for that. So if you want to be what they call as a sweaty player, talk to me. Do you know what I mean? But coaching doesn't happen like that. You know, it takes time. You need fundamentals, and fundamentals take time. I don't know. I haven't got a list of exactly how many fundamentals there is, but there's um, crouch slide jump in this game. There's wall jump in this game. Knowing your legend inside and out, everything it can do, when you should use it and when you shouldn't use it. To me, these are just fundamentals. Um, what else? Certain guns you should use, a mid-range gun and a short-range gun. Do you know what I mean? These are just fundamentals, so you can be able to fight in different fights. Do you know what I mean? These are just fundamentals. You don't need coaching on this. This is something you can get off of watching my stream, and you ask me a question, I'll answer it. And if I know people want coaching, the more you're in my stream, the more you're going to learn. But if you're not in my stream, you're not going to learn. I've had a couple of people ask me for coaching in the last few weeks, but you're not in my stream. How can I give you tips if you're not in my stream? I'm not just going to play with you on day one and spend 10 hours of my week helping you. You need to be in my stream. Do you know what I mean? And then I will drop you some tips. And if I see you are taking the tips on and we are playing public with subs hour, which every day I do a public with subs hour, if you are actually taking my tips on and I can see that you are improving with the tips and you are taking them on and you are using the tips, I will then give you better tips. And then if I see you taking them on and you're adding that into your game and I'm seeing it uh, affect, what's the right word, mirror in the public time that we're playing, then I'll give you even better tips. And then I realize, look, I can't really give you many more tips now. I need to coach you now. I can tidy up all your fine bits that are messy in your game and then make you mold you into an even better player. Do you know what I mean? That's where the coaching comes into it. But you just need tips at the beginning, which you just get from watching my stream, playing public subs hour, which I do at the beginning of the stream. And that's it, you know? And then if somebody keeps spending a lot of time on my stream and I want to put a real bit of effort into you now and really teach you some stuff that I learned over 10, 15 years of playing, I will. But I can't just do that in the first hour you join my stream, people. Do you know what I mean? It's not possible. You know, you need to put time in on my stream, learn the tips, play pub subs. Let me see where you do stuff. You're going to do a lot of stuff wrong, and I'm going to critique you if you want me to. If you don't want coaching and you only want to play pub subs, that's fine. I got no problem with that. Do you know what I mean? But my channel is a tips channel and it is a coaching channel. So that's what I do. I give tips. So if let's say I'm playing public with you, right? You're not doing height advantage once, you know, or not even you did it once in the entire game. I'm not going to move forward with coaching when you still haven't grasped the power of height advantage. You know what I mean? If I don't see you do a head glitch in the game or regularly doing head glitches, I'm not going to coach you because you've not grasped the fundamentals of an FPS game. Do you know what I mean? I needed to clear that up. So if you really want coaching, prove to me that you've done my tips. Prove to me that you're improving with my tips by using them in the game and they're working. Whether it's keeping me alive and you've just saved my ass because you've took on some of my tips, whether you've pinged the enemy for me, whether you've communicated where the enemy are for me. Do you know what I mean? Where you have just told me that you're covering me. It's okay, Mill. I am protecting you. You can pop your Phoenix kit. Don't worry, Mill. I'm bringing a portal to you. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to save you, Mill. Do you know what I mean? I will start coaching you. The more I see that you are improving, the more tips I will give you. But if people aren't doing the fundamentals, or you're not even playing pub subs hour, you know, how can I see what you're like, and how can I improve you if I can't see what you're like? If somebody wants me to coach them, send me a video, and I will watch the VOD, and I can see what you're doing wrong, and I can give you a list of stuff. But don't forget that will take 20 to 30 minutes of my time. You have to give me something back. You have to be one of my viewers. You know, do you know what I mean? Because all I'm going to do is saying, if I let's pretend you've never been on my stream, you watch this video now, this stream now, this playback, and you see that I say that if you send me a VOD, I'll help you. But then I'm going to tell you, you're not head glitching, you're not doing height advantage, you're not communicating, you're not pinging, you're not crossfiring, you're not baiting, you've wasted your abilities, you're little, and I'm telling you this on a VOD. Why? Why don't you just join my stream? We'll play some pubs, yeah, and I'll tidy these small things up, yeah, and then you can go off and play on your own for a couple of weeks. yeah, and you can show me a VOD, a video that you have made of an entire game that you have played, and I have said, I can say, right, you flew wrong there, you loot patterned wrong there, you shouldn't have pushed that fight there, you should have waited, you should have used a crossfire there, do you know what I mean? You should use the bait tactic there, you shouldn't have wasted your ultimate there, do you know what I mean? You should have waited a little bit longer here, or you should have got there a bit quicker than what you did waiting there. You had enough loot. Why did you keep looting? Now you've got yourself gatekeeped. Do you know what I mean? So the best way to do it, if anybody does want coaching, is to join my stream, do my tips. I see you doing my tips in public play with me, and then I'll give you more tips because I see you're taking them on board. Most people that I have give tips to on my stream and I play public with them do none of my tips. They don't fly correctly, they don't third party right, they don't crouch slide jump, they don't do out advantage, they don't ping. How can I move forward when you still haven't got basic fundamentals? You know, so that's just for out there for anybody that comes in my stream and I don't think you get how this works. I'm not here to it's not just about me getting 1 million views or 100,000 views. It's actually me to make you a better player. You know what I mean? Which takes time. It's not magic. I can't give you a pill. I don't share cheats. I'm not going to tell you which cheat site to go to and which macro to use on your mouse. I don't do that. I try and make people better players fairly, cleanly. So I'm saying that at the beginning of the stream because I know a few people that have been asking me recently will watch this. So you might understand it. All right. So unless you're playing pub subs hour with me, there's no way I can help you. Do you know what I mean? I get people saying that they've watched all my videos, yeah, right, and you've done all my tips. Then why haven't you commented to tell me that you get it or you don't get it? You know, if you've watched it, why wouldn't you comment? I've only got about 2 or 3 people that comment on my videos. You know what I mean? So I actually genuinely know they've watched my tips videos. Do you know what I mean? So I can add new stuff in that they haven't watched. If no one's commenting, to me, you haven't watched it. My last video that I did a load of tips on, it only got 28 views, you know? And there's some good tips in there, fight mechanics, fight tactics, you know what I mean? There's not many fight tactics out there, but there's this game, you can create some crazy ass fight tactics if you don't waste your abilities and you work together as a team. Do you know what I mean? So if anybody genuinely does want to become a lot better player than they are, and we're not talking about a 4K damage badge, and we're not talking about a 20 kill badge, all right? Okay? Because you can't get a 20 kill badge without landing hot, you know? Do you know what I mean? Unless it's one of those lobbies where everybody lands on a point of interest. So you could literally maybe go around in a pattern and get your 20 kills. Or you could do that little trick where you kill 2, you let them respawn them, and then you kill them again, you know? And then you just do that, you know? Or you could do the simple way. If you want a 20 kill badge and you want a 4K damage badge, why don't you do some teamwork with your teams? You land hot, your teammate says he's got 5 kills, the other one's only got 1. Why don't the other 2 teammates help that player get his 20 kill badge that game? And you've got your 20 kill badge. That's how easy it is. 4K damage badge, even easier than a 20 kill badge. Do you know what I mean? Your teammate's got 1,500 damage. He's just got knocked. You, as a good teammate, let's say you've only got 300 damage. Do your best to save your teammate, respawn him or revive him so he can keep playing the game in the same lobby because you've revived him, you've done teamwork, or you stayed alive to get his banner to respawn him. You didn't put your damage before his chance of getting a 4K. You keep respawning him in that game, he'll get a 4K. You know what I mean? And then he can do it for you. If you want a 20 kill badge in a 4K, there's a really easy tip for you, all of you people out there on Apex that want one of these badges. Go and do some teamwork, and they're very kind of easy to do, but they take teamwork. All right. So there's a tip for you. So we don't need to talk about 20 kill badges and 4K damage badges on my stream. If you want one, don't do some teamwork, and they're quite easy to get if you do teamwork. All right. But anyway, I need to put that at the beginning of the stream. So I didn't really prepare it, but I wanted to say it. It was important that I say it. You know what I mean? I had people on Sunday night that said they wanted coaching. I sat on my stream last night, not only one person come in my stream, I think, and said hi to me. 2 people said hi to me. All right. If you really want coaching, you would be in my stream regularly to get the tips and to get the play time in public with me. So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't care if I get 10 viewers or 5 or 100. It's not important to me. Do you know what I mean? But I can't coach somebody if you're not in my channel. I cannot give you tips if you are not in my channel, you know? And the more I see somebody in my channel, the more I will put time in for them. I shouldn't have to tell you that. If you want something for free, you should do something to get it for free. You know what I mean? There's not many channels out there doing free coaching. There's videos. There's loads of videos to watch. I don't think much. I'm not going to say too much, but I don't think a lot of the videos in here. I think they're too advanced for most people in this game. I think this player base needs better, better videos in the sense of they're not too complex. You know, that's what I read. But hey, and I can help you with that because I'm not the most brainiest person in the world. I take a while to figure out how to do things. Do you know what I mean? But once I figure it out, this is really easy. I never looked at it like that. Okay, I'll do it. Right. I could tell somebody, boom, like this, and they would get it quicker than I got it. You know, that's one of my skills. I think. Anyway, I said that at the beginning of the stream, and I made sure I have my chat window off so I can't see anybody chat, so it doesn't stop me. Not that I prepared this one, so it might be a bit ranty and it might be a bit mashed up, but I think you might get the point. Okay, so there you are. I put it out there. You are. Right. So that's that said. Forgive me if it sounded a bit ranty. I didn't prepare it. I found now I think I need to write stuff down because my head's a bit. I don't explain it. I was trying to do an intro the other day and I kept trying to do the intro. I was about half an hour in, an intro on one of my tips videos. And it took me about 30 minutes to actually get the intro right. And it was just literally 20 seconds of saying stuff because I was trying to do it off the top of my head. So I ended up writing it down and I'd done it in about 5 minutes. And maybe I should have written this one down, but I just wanted to say it. So that said, there you go. But yeah, if you want to prove that you've watched my videos, you just better start commenting on my videos. Now, obviously, you get those people that will just go and comment, 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 and they didn't actually watch them. They haven't put them into practice because they think it's boring. Yes, they don't want to do that. They just want to run around like a headless chicken and hope the enemy are weak and bad players. That ain't going to make you good. That means you just got a bot lobby. You know what I mean? Woke up too early. I think I had maybe 6 hours sleep. I woke up at like 7 a.m. I think I maybe had six. It might be five because my eyes do sting a bit, so it might only be five. So I thought I'd do this. I don't really want to do this, but I need this bit. This is a video I've been. How do I explain it? A few years ago, I really wanted to make this video. Now I don't really want to make it, but I know I got to. And it's nothing special. It's stuff I've already done, but I think it needs to be made again as a starting point. You know? I think when you're trying to coach somebody or give tips, repeating the same thing over and over again on your stream gets a bit boring. Do you know what I mean? You just need to click, when somebody says, "Can you help me?" Here's a video, go and watch that, go and replicate that. And then when we play public, we'll be doing that correctly and we can move forward onto the next bit that you need in your game. Do you know what I mean? Right. We are recording. So I'm going to stop that recording and delete it because I don't need that. I'm going to delete it now before I forget because I keep running out of hard drive space. So I'm getting some content now to make a video, probably won't make the video today, but at least I've got the content ready. Or I might only get, let's say I need 3 minutes of content, but I only get a minute of it today. I still won't be able to make the video. I need the other 2 minutes. You know what I mean? But at least I've got part of it. It's a stepping stone. If that makes sense. Oh no, it's not loading again, is it? Okay, I'll have to remember to do that later. Right. Yes. So, forgive me if I was trying to. I might have said to somebody there, I'm not going to coach you, but I don't think I don't think you're one of my original viewers. Is I used to do the coaching, and then people don't listen to what you're saying. They just push on their own, and they go in loop for ages, and we're dead because you didn't help. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to go down that route again. You know, if you genuinely want coaching, you should be in my channel every night you're playing Apex. Be in my channel, and I'll help you. If you're not in my channel and all you're doing is asking for me to start loading my game and start playing with you and start putting all my time into you to coach you, and you won't listen to most of the stuff I say. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that again. So what I'll do is I'll do some videos, and then you can watch them. And if you do them, I see that when we're playing pub subs, that you're actually implemented in that in your game. I'll give you even more stuff. I just don't want to. I do explain it. It's like when you keep doing something 100 times and only one person's listened to it, it wears you out. You know, you've got 99 people that want you to do this and do that, and you put 99 hours into all these people, and only one of them's listened and took it on board. And this is the one that's actually got become the better player. But the other ones don't see it. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. But I'd rather just make a video, you watch it, you implement it, we play pub subs. If you do this in pub subs and you understand it, I'll move on to the next bit. Cannot be. Battle Royale is quite a hard game. I played COD for 8 years. That's 5v5. You literally grab an angle, 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 grab an angle. You know what I mean? And that's it. Now, Battle Royale is like that, but at the end ring. At the end ring is when you play COD style, Counter-Strike style. You know what I mean? It's all timing and needs and angles and space control. Do you know what I mean? That's what the real good players are. But sadly, you have to be able to survive to the end. Do you know what I mean? And the other way of surviving to the end is either rat all game long and then fight at the end, and you haven't got no skills in your bag because you didn't fight. Do you know what I mean? You got no loot properly, or you've got all this loot and you're not warmed up, so you die at the end. You need to learn how to play the game, and that's from the beginning to the end. You know, you need to be able to rotate. You need to know where to go and what not to do. And that takes certain legends. That takes timing. That takes not wasting your abilities. That takes not exposing yourself at the wrong time. To be a really good battle royale player is the best one to stay alive at the end. And play ranked. Don't play public. You're never going to get good playing public. I'm telling you now. Unless you do what I used to do, where I used to only play for top fives, you know? So I'm actually getting better on public because I'm experiencing final rings every game. Final rings every game. Every game. Every game. Then I got better. You can't get better. No offense, but you can't get better just landing hot on a building trying to get 20 kill badge and then dying straight away. Do you know what I mean? And then trying it again, trying it again, trying it again, trying it again, trying it again. And then maybe 10 games in, you manage to get to say 8 kills this one game, you know? And then maybe after a month, you get to 12 kills, 15 kills this one game. And then maybe after 3 months or 4 months of trying, you get that 20 kill. Do you know what I mean? Game. Do you know what I mean? And then you come and play with me. Yeah. You think you're amazing. And I think you're terrible still. Do you know what I mean? You didn't do an out advantage thing there. You didn't do it. All you've learned is how to run at people. That's it. That doesn't make you a good player on this game. You know what I mean? You can't run at people at the final ring. Do you know what I mean? You can a little bit, but you can't. Do you get what I mean? Depends on the rings. If there's a big rock between a squad and you, yeah, you can run at them because they can't see you if they're not clipping the angle, or they're not soft peeking the angle, or they're not head pitching the angle. And if they're not doing that, they are bad players.
Press X button to access the lobby.
I just want to say that at the beginning of the stream. So there's about 20 minutes I've gone on a rant here. So hopefully,
when you are in a party, hold the touchpad
might
button
clarify
to
some
chat.
stuff out there that want coaching. You've got to understand, I've been doing this for 3 years and I've said this thing multiple times. And the problem is when you're a small channel, you need 100 viewers to maybe get 5 people. Possibly not even 5, maybe 3. If I get say I had 100 viewers regularly, Only three would really want to be a good player. The other ones just want a 20 kill badge and just want a 4K damage badge. So just go and do some teamwork or go and do what I said. Just keep landing hot, repeat the process. Maybe within 6 months, you'll get those two things. Do you know what I mean? Or you could become a good player, a really good player, and those things will not be so hard. But they take coaching. Do you know what I mean? It takes time to mold you into a real player. You know what I mean? I'm not the best player in the world, but I know how to play games. You know what I mean? FPS games, I'm sorry. You know? I didn't have a clue about Battle Royale when I first started playing. It took me about 3 months to understand Battle Royale, where I played COD for so long, where it was just about there's five of them, there's five of us. You know what I mean? No one gets respawned. So the job is to basic tactic, simple tactic. If you're attacking, make sure you kill one before you die. So it's a 1-for-1. So then it's like it was a 5v5, but you died. So that makes it a 4. But guess what? Because you're a good player and you follow the basic tactic in a 5v5 Call of Duty scenario, let's say, you killed one. So it's a 4v4. So it's still a 50-50 fight going on. Do you know what I mean? And then your next teammate does. This is attacking one. You know, it's a simple rule for COD, right? If you're attacking in COD, kill one if you die. And it's a 3v3. So you still have a chance. Don't forget, usually the maps are designed, or they kind of be that way. It's easier to defend than attack on most maps. I'm not saying all, because the games have changed a bit. Do you know what I mean? So by keeping this going, eventually you get down to a 2v2. Do you know what I mean? And then you end up winning. Do you know what I mean? That's an easy tactic for Call of Duty. And then when you're defending, it's the opposite. If you're defending and you're using head glitches and angles and all that, controlling space, which is what you should be doing, right? Your job is to kill two before you die. Do you know what I mean? And that's a simple way to play. Do you know what I mean? But Battle Rails is different. It took me a few months to understand it because you get third partied in this game. So you've got to know when to push and when not to push because you might get third partied. Do you know what I mean? And you've got to think about which one would get third partied. Would it be your squad or the squad you're attacking? So it's, you know, it's a little bit more variables is the word. So I'll reiterate it again. If people actually do want coaching, I always start with tips because most people just need some tips. Because you can't really get coached unless you've got all the fundamentals. And then I can say, right, your thought process is a bit bad there, you know? And if you watch me, you would have seen a very good moment that I explained a week ago. It was 10 ranks. I don't think many people were watching them. Maybe 4, maybe 3 were watching at that time. But there was a teammate that was alive at the end ring. Yeah, the only squad that was in his squad. There was a squad on right map above him, and he's but that squad out there was stopping any squad into their and shoot anybody because they were in the same team. It'd be like games, they would shoot. And he actually killed the only squad that actually beat me. Hello, so, but you won't learn that unless you watch me play, and I tell you. You know what I mean? Try and make tips when I see viewers. You know what I mean? Try and say things and do. Don't realize the subtle things that I do that you don't see is intentional. You just think whatever you think, you know? It's an intention. My game has intention in it. Don't do randomness. It's intentional. You know? It's like if you're an electrician, you have to do things in a certain order to get the job done. It's the same with a game. You have to do things in a certain order, and that's fundamentals. You know what I mean? You can't learn how to be a carpenter in 1 hour. Go to college and they give you bits for learn. It slowly grows you. I mean, you go out in real world and practice on site. But in a real scenario, then you learn shortcuts or quick ways or skills or tricks. You know what I mean? But without the fundamentals, the tips, yeah, you can't be that amazing carpenter. You know what I mean? Can't be that amazing electrician. That's one of the better electricians. Okay? Can't be one of the fastest plasterers, stroke tidiest plasterers. You know what I mean? Well, go to college first, then you've got to do some site experience, and then you've got to try and make yourself a faster plasterer. If you want to be that, want to earn more money, you've got to be faster. You've got to be tidy too. They want you to come back. You know what I mean? The same with a bloody game. Everything's the same, people. You know what I mean? You want to ride a bike? What you do? Put stabilizers on, don't you? You know what I mean? Then you get used to just pedaling and you get a bit of balance now and again. And when you feel a bit better, you take stabilizers. You know what I mean? This game has got a pretty easy rank system. Play as a free stack world master. Get to master, play against real players now. There's more real players in master than there is in gold. Yeah. Now you're starting to realize you're not as good as you thought you were, unless you are actually that good. If you are, you're heading towards predator. You know what I mean? And if you're heading towards predator and you're hitting predator, say, I don't know, 5 seasons in a row, you really should be playing competitive. Now you should be playing in scrims and ALGS. You know what I mean? And I don't think scrims have much value in this game. I think you get there's a lot of negativity being spoke about the scrims. So I don't know. I can't play it. I can't find somebody to play it properly with. You know what I mean? And there's no one who wants to play properly. I've played this game for 4 years now. I think I've had 60,000 randoms. There's not one of them that I would want to play competitive. You know what I mean? So I can only go by. That's why I don't want to play. I don't want to play a game the wrong way. If I'm playing, I want to win. Or if I'm not winning, I want to second. If I'm not second, I want to third. I'm not interested in how much damage I've got at the end. I want to be the champion. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Sometimes you can't be first because they've got the god spot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you can't have that. So you've just got to accept second. That's the difference between a battle royale and Call of Duty. Call of Duty, there is no second place. You have to be the winner, and that's it. You know? You can maybe depends how they set up the round system. You can draw possibly. So anyway, that's that said. So that's for anybody that actually wants genuine tips and coaching and all that. I've said it at the beginning of the stream. There's 20 minutes of me talking about this. I didn't organize it very well. It might come across as a bit of a rant, but it's all factual in there, and that is how my channel is, you know? I can literally spend a lot of time with anybody that wants to get good, but most people don't want to get good. They just want a badge, right? I'm sorry, but the badges do not make you a good player. So, but most people have got their badges from bot lobbies. You know, the amount of masters that I've seen are just good at ratting. They're not good at playing. They're just good at ratting. You know, the amount of preds that I've had in the last year now. I've had 3 preds that spend more time in a freaking tree than doing any teamwork. You know what I mean? So, if you genuinely want to be a good player, I'm not saying I can make you the best player in the world. That comes down to your dedication, your skills, your reaction time, your fast thinking, your chess brain. Do you know what I mean? If you want to be the best player in the world, you have to have all those things. But I can give you all the fundamentals that will make you a master, edging possibly towards a predator. Obviously, the more grinding you do, the harder rank you get, you know? And you've got to take it serious. If you don't take it serious, you might not get anywhere. You know, you get to master. You don't need to take it too serious to get to master. Just play as a free stack and you'll hit master. But that's that said me back. Right. It's recording now.
For revenge, but I'll stay for the treasure.
Introducing your champion.
You know? And you've got to take it serious. If you don't take it serious, you might not get anywhere. You know? You get to master. You don't need to take it too serious to get to master. Just play as a free stack and you'll hit master. But that's that said.
Life is meant to die. Accept your fate.
Remember, eyes on the prize.
Record now. I must got something to film that now. Right, this isn't part of my video. I kind of like, I promise you start playing a game. I'm a little bit lethargic. I haven't set for it. Oh my gosh, why have they done this again? Why put two beats next to each other? I ain't just gonna wind you up. They must be able to control that, surely.
We're already in the ring.
3 beats, people. Come on. No, let's just, oh, well, I suppose we better change this one, because this one might be back.
We should conduct a search right here.
First blood. That was quick. I cracked an enemy.
No beat there.
Getting shot at. Cracks his subject.
Grenade out.
That completes the triumph route.
I came here for revenge, but I'll stay for the treasure.
Didn't do anything, I got blue.
Healing.
Introducing your champion.
What am I? What's I doing?
Gracias. New kill leader? Not for long, pal.
Give me, giving me 8.
Next time.
That's alright. At least he did it. It's the thought that counts. Okay.
We're already in the next ring. Good. More time to loot.
These jump off now, do they? Oh, I like that. I've got some ammo now. I can shoot this gun off. I've got a beak still, though. What do I want? This one, no. Why do they...
Care package on the way. I like the sound of that.
Let's go and have a little peek at this fight. And we'll loot along the way. And then there might be some scrags. And then we've got to wait for the map to change. And we can you see he's trying to help over there, look, this guy. I got a ping for him. He's helping me. Now I need to tell him where the enemy are. It's called teamwork, people. He helps me, I help him. Shit. I didn't mean to do that. That's botty. That's botty. That's botty. Ah, that's botty. That's botty. That was bot movement. That was a bot movement. I'm gone. See that guy not helping? See that guy not helping? Now, because he's dead, he now knows he needs to help. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't care about us, but now he realizes, oh, I'm on my own now. They might come and kill me. Now I need to do something. Why didn't you help? This is the player base for 4 years. They watch you die, and oh, I suppose I better start fighting now because I'm on my own. I just realized. Why don't you do some teamwork and you won't be on your own, mate? Right. So, maps change. Right, let's try and get this. What we want to do. I gotta try and make sure I don't talk when I'm doing what I'm doing so I can commentate on the video. If I accidentally talk sometimes, then it makes it hard to get that out of the video. Sometimes I have to mute the actual clip so you can't hear me talking. I've got to remember not to say nothing. I'll get a new cherry roll. It's been terrible. This is the second-hand one that was being thrown away. My other one broke. I don't want to do this, but I need to do this. Kind of one of those things. I've already done this in a video years ago. People won't watch it, so... You get a lot of people say they watch my videos, but they don't, because as soon as I play public with them, they do the exact opposite that's what's in my videos. So I know they don't watch it. That's why I don't do coaching. I won't coach people that haven't even done my videos. You gotta think of it like the Karate Kid movie. You give you a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, 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 a little bit of this. And if you actually connect all these things together, guess what? You're a good player. But they don't see that this little bit here is good. So they avoid that little bit over there. And they only take this little bit over here because it looks good. And then they only take it, and then they've only got 2 things out of the 10 things they need, which means they can't be a good player. Do you know what I mean? Oh, wall jumps, they're really good. They are. I must learn that. And all they do is go around doing wall jumps, and they get away with it sometimes when they're playing against weak enemies. It's about positioning and timing, when to do the wall jump, when not to do the wall jump. You know what I mean? That's the little bits that they're not interested in. I've done this wrong. Right, let's do no fill. Let's get out of this game. Let's do no fill. Because I shouldn't, because they're flying. This all starts from flying. Right, let's do no fill. This is going to ruin my stats. This is why my stats went wrong, because I started coaching, right? I started not putting myself and my team first, or ranking up first. I started deciding if I want to help somebody, I have to ruin anything that I've built in this game. Do you know what I mean? I had a 40% ratio of top 5s. I had 1,500 wins in, I don't know how many games, within 8 seasons, 10 seasons, 11 seasons. And then the last 9, I've only got 300, 400 wins because I stopped trying. Because, you know, when you're trying to coach people, you can't try. Imagine I played well now, right, and I won a game, yeah? And I played well again afterwards, and I won a game. And I played well again afterwards, and I won a game. Now, somebody's going to say, oh, can I play with you because you look good? But now I've got to play bad to help you get good. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, now I don't look good, which makes my channel not grow. It's a kind of catch-22 system. Do you know what I mean? If I'm helping somebody, I can't carry them. They have to do it for themselves. Do you know what I mean? So I have to die to let them sort the situation out, you know, or not get us into the situation. Do you know what I mean? Right, no squad. You know what I mean? You don't get good by somebody carrying you. You get good by experiencing the situations and having all the tools in your bag to do it. Do you know what I mean? You can't be a carpenter without the right tools. And so, in other words, I think I've got to speak in more clear English. You can't be a good Apex Legends player if you can't crouch slide jump habitually. You can't be a good Apex Legends player if you don't use your abilities on your legend correctly. You can't be a good Apex Legends player if you're using a bad legend. You can't be a good Apex Legends player if you don't ping, because you're going to need help from your teammates sometimes, and if you ain't pinging, you don't know where they are. You can't be a good Apex Legends player if you don't do height advantage. Height advantage, this is 6 now. Height advantage sometimes. You can't be a good Apex Legends player if you don't do angles sometimes. Is that 7 or 8? I forgot now. You can't be a good Apex Legends player if you don't know what baiting is. You can't be a good Apex Legends player if you don't know, I don't know if I said this one, height advantage head glitching and being good at it. Anybody can get on a high thing and anybody can stand there and do a half a height advantage head glitch. But if you're playing against a pro, he's going to do you in because you show too much of your chest. All right? Do you know what I mean? You can't be a good player unless you've got all these fine tools, which is what I teach on my channel. Right. Gotta shut up now. That's too hot. Ah, this is the worst. This is terrible. Hang on. I spoke now, so I've ruined my video already. Okay. Shut up. Maybe I can edit it out. I want to keep some of the game noise in, but I talk and I accidentally talk. And sadly, I don't know a way of recording where I can cut out my voice. Oh dude, what you doing there, buddy? Right, let's get in there. See, this is going to kill my stats. You know, I've got loads of top 5s this season. Look, I'm doing this for other people, but this is going to make me look bad as a player. Look at your stats. They're rubbish. Because I'm doing this to make a video for you people. Look, I've come 19th. I never come 19th. You know how many top 5s? This is going to ruin my stats again. I don't care about stats, but other people do. Hey, you're not a very good coach. You ain't a master. You're not a very good coach. You ain't got a 20 kill back. You ain't a very good coach. You ain't got a 4K. You ain't a very good coach. You just died. You know, I'm dying to help other people. I ruined my stats on this game to try and help people. But problem is, people don't want to see you play, or they don't want to see you whatever, because your stats are rubbish. Or you ain't got this certain badge, or you ain't got this badge. Do you know what I mean? I can't do everything. I can't make somebody a good player just by getting myself a 20 kill badge, because you're going to want to know how I did it. Well, I'm trying to tell people how I would do it if I wanted to do one. You know what I mean? Not that I care about 20 kill badge. The ideal is to win 5 games in a row. That's a good player. The good players have got 5 winning streaks. The bad players haven't got beyond 3. You can't win 5 games in a row on your own. That's not easy unless you've got a bot lobby glitch, unless you are one of the best players in the world. I'm sorry, not everybody can be the best player in the world. I don't rate certain footballers, but not everybody can be a Messi. I'm sorry. You know, I cannot guarantee that you're going to be a Messi, okay? Not everybody can be a Zinedine Zidane. I'm sorry, but I can't guarantee that, yeah? Right? I can tell you what those 2 players have. These are the best 2 footballers in the last 20 years. And forget about one more, right? Because that is not, sorry, totally not me. You know what I mean? Messi and Zinedine Zidane are the best players in the last, say, 25 years, 20 years. Let's say that, right? What have both got? They've both got teamwork, right? And that's the best 2 football players on this planet in the last 20 years. Ruined this video as well by talking on this one. Oh, give me that lobby I want. Show what I'm trying to do. Well, need this one as well. What have I got teammates? I put no fill on. Here, that's another non-top 5 that I'm not getting. That's my stats ruined again. Why have I got teammates? Oh, was it not teammates? I thought I seen 3 in the squad. Maybe it was 2, a duo. No, he's not. He's a skill bag that doesn't do teamwork. He is not better. That is a wall jumper in Apex Legends. Right? That's a wall jumper. Anybody can be the wall jumper and not do teamwork. True story there, baby. He is not the best player. I like him. I think he's an amazing athlete. I think he does amazing things with his body, and I like his work ethic, yeah? But he isn't the best player in the world. It's either Messi or Zidane. Those are the 2 best players. Those 2 players can do that in any team. Sadly, Ronaldo can't. Ronaldo, no offense to Ronaldo, I like Ronaldo's ethics that he practices and he perfects his things. He perfects his goal, what do you call it? Free kicks. He perfects his penalties. He perfects his dribble, yeah? But he doesn't perfect his teamwork. So he's not the best. Whereas the other 2 have perfected all of them. That is why they are the best players in the last 20 years.
What's a few concussions between mates, eh?
On my own good. Why are you ruining my thing, buddy? Don't do it, buddy. This guy's smart. He's ruined it. That's a smart player. That's the smartest one on the server. First 2 landings I wasn't paying attention. The last 2 I have been, and it's not been there. I'm not awake yet. If I was awake, I would have seen something a little bit earlier and I didn't see it. But I just saw that and I could do it, and he's gone and done it as well. That's a smart player. It's 4 top 5s that I've thrown away now. Messi stays in his team though, didn't he? He stayed with Barcelona for nearly a decade plus. Do you know what I mean?
These legs weren't made for
You're looking at the ego side of it. I would say Maradona was the best player one of the best players, but he cheated too much, so I can't say he is. Do you know what I mean? If he didn't cheat, I would say that he was. Do you know what I mean? I would put Maradona. I would put Maradona above Ronaldo, but because Maradona cheated, you know, I can't. Just the way I am. I can't put a cheater. It's like an FPS player that uses a macro. He's a really good player, but he still used the macro. You're a cheater. I can't put you as the best player in the world. I'm sorry, buddy. Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I mean?
I'll travel every road, kick down every door, till I get what I want.
You all ready for the Orc train?
First blood. Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
I don't really like this gun, but it is what it is.
I'm already in the ring. Score.
Oh. I was starting it and it was working what I was trying to do. Up yours, EA. Was actually starting what it wasn't perfect what I was doing, but I was trying to make it as hard as possible for me as a solo
Press X
to
button
show
to access
this
the
works.
lobby. Press X button to access the lobby. When you are in a party, hold the touchpad button to chat.
Again though. So that's never stats gone again. So never top 5 out the window. All I was interested in this season was top 5s, getting final ring experience again, and then perfecting my final ring stuff. Because the real players are the ones that are best at the top the final rings. That's the best players on the server. And I'm ruining my stats again. For coaching again. I learned this 4 years ago. I don't need to relearn this, so this is to help other people. Yeah, EA are not a nice company. They've won the award of the worst company in the world more than once. Twice I remember they won it. I stopped educating myself on that. They won it twice. The worst company in the world.
I'm not just about explosions. I also know about stuff like winning.
I don't want to say too much about EA because I'm trying to get away from that, but EA are only interested in money. They're not interested in the good of the game. They're not interested in the longevity of the game. They're interested in money. 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 Just ruined this game.
This is your champion. There's a thin line between life and death. You'll find me there.
You've ruined the competitiveness of this game. You just ruined the game.
This death that you fear, that is more understandable. Oh no, I killed. Who are you again? Never mind, I don't care. Oh no, I killed. Who are you again? Never mind, I don't care. The game is not massive.
Just around the corner.
Lag there. You'd be dead without my lag. Got stuck on that little foot thing there. I wanted to strafe in and I got stuck. So I lost my maneuverability. I was just about to sidestep in, but the foot got stuck, so I'm being beamed. Never top 5 out the window. Never possibility of a win out the window. All for this again. I did this 4 years ago and I'm having to do it all over again. This isn't the ideal map for me to do this. This would be easier on, I'd say, World's Edge. Harder on Stormpoint. Slightly harder on Olympus. Hard is a wrong word. This would be easier on World's Edge. Hard's a wrong word. What's another word? Up easier, but doesn't include hard. Because it isn't hard. You know what I mean? You do this with 3 people. This is easy. I'm trying to do this on my own. You do this with 2, this is easy. But doing it on your own makes it not as easy. There's a better way of saying it. But it's to prove the point. Imagine there's 2 of you doing this. Imagine there's 3 of you doing this. Maybe I'm throwing my stats away again. The problem is, it's catch-22. If you don't have good stats, people don't want you to coach you. You get bad stats by coaching people. So,
We all have our reasons.
why have I got teammates
Don't
again?
take this personally.
This guy's gonna take my loot. You want the battery? Wow.
Let's hit him here. Down that one. Arc star.
Trying to save my teammate.